First things first, most people think everything got fixed when the Supreme Court knocked down those big tariffs back in February 2026. But that's not the whole story. The 25% tax on cars and car parts, that one was under a totally different law. So it wasn't even part of that court case. It's still going strong right now. And that 25% tariff just added between $5,000 and $8,900 to the price of every imported car on the lot. And even cars assembled here in the US went up $1,600 to $2,000 because most of their parts still come from overseas. That's straight from Cox Automotive. But here's what almost nobody is telling you. There is a short list of vehicles where that tariff barely lands because they are built right here with American workers and American parts. Cars.com just released its most recent American-made index. They tracked more than 400 vehicles. And after 20 years of working on and selling cars, I can tell you the names at the top of that list are not the ones you might guess. Some of the most American cars on the road today do not even wear an American badge. Today, I am counting down 7 vehicles you can buy in 2026 that dodge the tariff tax and are actually reliable enough to keep for the long haul. Stick around, because at the end, I'll show you 3 things to check on the window sticker before you sign anything. Number 3 is the line most buyers never even look at, and it could save you thousands. Quick truth before we start. No car is 100% American. Cars.com has tracked this for 20 years, and the best any model has ever hit is about 75% domestic parts. Modern cars use thousands of parts from dozens of countries. The 7 vehicles on this list come the closest. They mix US assembly, US workers, and the highest US and Canadian parts content of any cars on the road. That mix is what shields them from the tariff. Their reliability record is what keeps them out of my shop. Number 7, Honda Accord. We start with the most popular sedan in America that actually qualifies as American-made. The Accord is built at Honda's Marysville, Ohio plant. The same plant has been pumping out Accords since 1982. Over 11 million Accords have been built on US soil. The Accord runs a US-assembled engine, a US transmission, and supports more than 4,000 Ohio jobs. And here's the part that matters for your wallet long after the tariff conversation is over. RepairPal gives the Accord a 4.5 out of 5 reliability rating, with average annual repair costs around $400. I see Accords in my shop all the time, almost always for oil changes. Compare that to a Nissan Altima, built in Mexico, hit with the full 25% tariff, and famous for CVT transmissions that fail before 100,000 miles. Same segment, very different math. Number 6, Honda Odyssey. The most American minivan you can buy is not from Detroit. It is a Honda. The Odyssey is built at Honda's Lincoln, Alabama plant. The same factory builds the Ridgeline, Passport, Pilot, and Acura MDX. 5 of the top 20 American-made vehicles roll off that one factory floor. Around 4,500 American workers run the place. The Odyssey runs a US-built V6, a US-built transmission, and Consumer Reports has named it a top minivan year after year. Meanwhile, the Chrysler Pacifica is called the American minivan. That van is built in Windsor, Ontario, and it gets hit with the full 25% import tariff. The Odyssey doesn't. If you want a family hauler that dodges the tariff and will last you 250,000 miles, this is the move in 2026. Number 5, Kia Sportage. Surprise entry. A Korean brand cracks the top 20 most American-made cars. The Kia Sportage is built at Kia's West Point, Georgia plant, which employs around 3,000 American workers. And these are not the Kias your dad bought in 1998. The new Sportage has been pulling 4 out of 5 reliability ratings from J.D. Power, and Kia backs it with the best warranty in the industry. 10 years or 100,000 miles on the powertrain. Here is the part that breaks people's brains. The Sportage has higher US parts content than the Chevy Trailblazer, which is actually built in South Korea and is subject to the full 25% tariff. So is the Buick Encore GX. If you are shopping the $28,000 to $35,000 compact SUV range in 2026, the Sportage is the sleeper value of the entire segment. Number 4, Honda Pilot. The Honda Pilot is the family SUV that quietly outlasts everything around it. Built in Lincoln, Alabama, just like the Odyssey. The Pilot has been in the Cars.com Top 20 American-Made Index for years running, and it shares its bulletproof 3.5-liter V6 with the Odyssey, Passport, and Ridgeline. Honda built this engine to run forever. It's not unusual to see one in my shop with 250,000 miles on it and still pulling strong. Compare the Pilot to a Volkswagen Atlas. The Atlas is built in Chattanooga, so it dodges some tariffs, but its Consumer Reports reliability scores are well below average. The Pilot gives you the same 3 rows of seating, the same towing capacity, less tariff exposure, and a far better chance of crossing 200,000 miles without a major bill. Number 3. Acura MDX, the luxury surprise. The Acura MDX is built at Honda's East Liberty, Ohio plant alongside the Honda Pilot. It's basically a Pilot in a tuxedo. Same engine, same drivetrain, same factory. Just nicer leather and better sound insulation. Here's where it gets interesting. The MDX has higher US parts content than most people think of as American luxury SUVs. The Cadillac XT4 is built in Kansas but uses a Mexican engine. The Lincoln Nautilus is now built in China and gets hammered by the tariff. The Acura MDX is more American-made than both of those, plus it has the kind of reliability that lets you skip the extended warranty. Cross-shop the MDX against a BMW X5 or a Mercedes GLE, and the tariff difference alone is $8,000 to $12,000. Same class, completely different math. Number 2, Honda Passport. The Honda Passport is the midsize SUV that buyers overlook because it's stuck between the Pilot and the CR-V in Honda's lineup. Big mistake. The Passport is built at the Lincoln, Alabama plant with that same Honda V6 and transmission combo that just refuses to die. Here is what makes the Passport special in 2026. Most midsize SUVs in this class are imports. The Toyota Highlander Hybrid is built in Indiana, but the regular Highlander uses a lot of imported parts. The Mazda CX-50 is built in Alabama too, but it does not have the same long-term track record. The Passport gives you a fully tariff-shielded midsize SUV with a reliability profile that's been proven over hundreds of thousands of miles in real-world use. And because it's flying under the radar, used Passports are among the best value buys on the market right now. Number 1, Honda Ridgeline. Number 1 on this list, and the highest-ranked non-electric vehicle on the entire Cars.com American-Made Index. The Honda Ridgeline has been in the top 10 of this list since 2017, 8 straight years. It is built at the Lincoln, Alabama plant alongside the Pilot, Passport, Odyssey, and Acura MDX. And here is the part that should make Detroit nervous. The Ridgeline has higher domestic parts content than the Ford Maverick and the Chevy Colorado, both of which are built in Mexico. Yes, the American pickups, built in Mexico. The Honda truck, built in Alabama. It also has the reliability profile that real American trucks used to have before they got complicated. That same Honda V6 engine, a car-based unibody platform that rides smoother and ages better than a body-on-frame pickup. I have customers with 300,000 miles on these things. If you want a pickup in 2026 that dodges the 25% import tariff and will still be running when your kids are old enough to drive it, the Ridgeline is the smartest play on the entire midsize truck market. 3 things to check on the window sticker. Okay, as promised. Before you sign anything, check these 3 lines on the window sticker. Every new car is legally required to show this information. It's been the law since 1994. First, look for final assembly point. This tells you the city and country where the car was actually put together. If it says Toluca, Mexico, or Windsor, Canada, the full 25% tariff applies. Second, find US/Canadian parts content. This is shown as a percentage. Anything over 70% means the car is mostly North American. Anything under 50%, and you are paying a lot of tariff money you do not have to pay. Third, and this is the one most buyers skip, check the engine and transmission country of origin. These are listed separately. A car can be assembled in Tennessee with a Japanese engine and a German transmission. Each imported part carries its own tariff cost. Read those 2 lines before you ever sign. Quick note before we wrap up. 2 big absences on this list you might be wondering about. First, the Jeep Wrangler and the Jeep Gladiator. Both are built in Toledo, Ohio, and both rank near the top of the Cars.com American-Made Index. They are not on this list due to reliability concerns, death wobble, electrical gremlins, oil leaks. I wanted to show you cars you can actually keep for the long haul, not vehicles that send you back to my shop every 6 months. Second, electric cars. Tesla's Model 3, Y, S, and X Take the top 4 spots on the entire American-made index. The Model 3 alone has 75% US and Canadian parts content, the highest of any vehicle sold in America today. The Kia EV6 and the Volkswagen ID4 also crack the top 10, both built right here on US soil. But this list focuses on reliable gas cars, so EVs will get their own video down the road. Now, back to the main point. The 25% tariff is not going away anytime soon, but the smartest car buyers in 2026 are not paying it. They are reading the window sticker, choosing cars built in American factories with American parts, and saving thousands without giving up reliability or comfort. Drop a comment below and tell me which car on this list surprised you the most. And make sure you have watched the other videos in this tariff series so you know exactly how to protect your wallet in 2026. If this video was useful, do me a favor and hit that like button. It only takes a second and helps more drivers find this channel before they make costly mistakes. For straight talk, no fluff, helpful videos, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I post new videos every week, and every single one is designed to save you money and make your life easier. And please share it, because the best thing you can do for a friend is make sure they see this before they need it.